Hey everybody, it's Tommy with A Better Time, and today we're going to be talking about a Ulysse Nardin. This is a, cat. This is a precious metal, 18 karat gold, Ulysse Nardin wristwatch from 1962. And I'll tell you something, this watch doesn't look like it's from 1962. Thank goodness this is as well taken care of as it was. Get a look at this. That is gorgeous. It is a Ulysse Nardin automatic date. And I'll tell you something, there's a couple cool things about this. Number one, as I said, 1962. You will see a couple of different names on vintage Ulysse Nardin wristwatches. On one of them, it will say Ulysse Nardin. On the other, it will say Ulysse Nardin Chronometer Company. Now, for that reason, they're very often called chronometers. But for a watch to be called a chronometer, it has to go through a series of tests, right? That gets certified as a officially certified Swiss chronometer. Rolex does it with all of their models now. And there are other brands that do it as well. But when you get a COSC certification, it basically means that they tested this watch, not one of every 5 that comes off the assembly line. The watch that you have on your wrist was tested, and it was tested for waterproofness. It's tested for all kinds of stuff. The ability for the ink block or the shock absorber system inside to take some pretty heavy abuse. And it also means that there is an accuracy of plus or minus, I believe, 4 seconds, either way a day, at least back when this was certified as a chronometer in 62. They're stepping those up. They're making these, the chronometer functions a little bit more stringent, let's say. So again, 18 karat gold, 1962 date, automatic. And this is a officially certified Swiss chronometer. There's also something else that's kind of unique about this watch, and I'd like to kind of show you it. So when a watch changes, all right, everybody knows that when when a date function changes, there is that period, right, where the date starts to turn. So usually right around here, you're going to see the date start to change. And sometimes it'll change very close to midnight. Sometimes it'll change a little after midnight, depending on the watch. I'm not bagging on any watches, but I've seen Timexes that in some cases it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning and it'll still be reading half of the previous date. But there's always a very slow sort of, you see it turn because there's a wheel inside. It's not how this works with this particular watch. In fact, if you listen, not only will you see it change, but you'll hear it change. When you get to midnight, that watch goes click. You probably heard it. I'm sure the microphone picked that up, but it does it right at midnight, and it's been doing that since 1962. Absolutely perfectly engineered. You'll see some pictures of this on the inside as well. I'm not going to take the case back off right now for while we're shooting this, but you'll see the pictures that we shot, and the inside of this watch, the rotor, right, the weight that winds the watch, doesn't take up the entire inside of the watch. It's not a micro rotor, which you famously see on a lot of Pateks. Hello, kitty. That's squirrel. Patek has micro rotors, very, very small ones inside the watch. This is not a micro rotor, but it is not a rotor that takes up the entire top of the movement like you see often, but just a beautifully made Swiss chronometer from 1962, and you can own this watch for less than $2,000. And when you start talking about 18 karat gold, I mean the amount of weight of the gold itself makes this just really a bargain at this price. But $1,950 is what we're asking for this, and you can always make an offer. And as I said, if it's really, really low, we're not going to see it, so you're not going to hurt our feelings. But yeah, this is one that you can buy, put on your wrist, and forget about. And every night at exactly midnight, if you're sleeping with this thing by your head, you're going to hear that really sort of satisfying sound as this watch changes from one day to the next. Just a beautiful Ulysse Nardin 18 karat gold Swiss chronometer. And I'm not going to lie to you, people. You see the length of this band? I can wear this. I'm going to miss this watch if and when it sells. This is one that I like to pull out, and occasionally when I'm in the office, I'll have this thing on. It's just something really beautiful about a vintage 18 karat gold chronometer. Every watch tells a story. This one tells a great one. There's an inscription on the back. You know, this is just this watch was loved. This watch was loved, and it was taken care of, and it's waiting for the next chapter in its story. And you can be that next chapter for under $2,000. You're just not getting a watch this well built in too many places for that price. So make us an offer. And I am Tommy with a better time. We'll see you on the next watch. God bless. Please get down, squirrel.